Welcome to the Reyes podcast. I'm Ruben. We got Eric and Jasmine, and today we're just gonna be having a regular conversation. Um, I feel like we need to change the structure of our podcast, so I came up with this idea, and then I'm just gonna simply ask a question. Um,
Foreclosure Rumen has developed everything, so
we've
I'm
been
here as just
what do
To do a
trying
job.
something new
dog? We've
to
been
do a job.
we
A lot of people
we
think.
have
Wait, can I just say?
changed this.
Can I just say something? A lot of people think that I'm the one that runs the show, and I think I want to make it very clear it's not like that. It comes across 'cause a lot of our content that we film for our brand is
Right.
I have been the face for Reyes for so long that a lot of people I think make the assumption that it's
That's
me
just you.
calling
Yeah.
the calls. In the reality, it's not. There's a balance. Maybe
Well-
sometimes I do have like
Well,
I'm
like,
very direct,
Well,
but
you're like the face of Reyes, right?
at the
And
moment,
yeah, at the moment, you're the face of Reyes. Just so you guys can know, like I not that I don't like coming on camera. It's just that like I got a bunch of insecurities.
no, shut up. You do like being on
And then
camera. He's a liar. He does like the attention, but just to like finalize what I was trying to say is I think a lot of people make the assumption that it's me. In the reality, it's not. Like
It's
I
the
think
whole-
it's
it's
a
a team.
balance. I think you have ideas. There's a lot of behind the scenes work that you do. Jasmine does a lot of the admin work
Yeah.
in the office, schedules, contacting clients, website, advertising, the everyday things, and then I do more of the creative portion of the agency.
Social media.
Social
Social media.
media, content, and stuff like that. And for example, to just be very transparent, I was already annoyed before we filmed this because I just felt that we were moving in a lot of directions, and I'm still
we're still trying to figure it out.
we're still trying to figure it out. But I think this is part of the journey,
It is.
learning
It
to
is.
run a
Well,
business.
Yeah.
It's like we're not experts. Like I feel like other teams and other people have like different
And the podcast.
and the podcast.
Yes,
They
I think
have-
we are experts in our industry because we've been open for more than 14 years. But I mean, in the podcast, we're still learning. We're trying to find
Yeah.
our style. We're trying
Trial
Well,
to.
and
even
error.
everything, do social media and everything. We're still trying to get it down. Like sometimes I'll be editing them videos and then it's like it's hard. Like I'm still trying to figure it out. I still like I sometimes see it. I'm like down. I feel like I can better in it, but it's all a learning process, right? Like it's like anything, but it's fun. I like it. I enjoy it. I feel like we got a concept that's going on that hopefully people like. We'll see. I
I
don't know.
hope so.
Doesn't matter. I mean, we've literally
I don't know.
we've literally been at it for like freaking
I think like 3 hours.
4 different shoots, but whatever it is, what it is. But I think
Foreclosure, I'm still not happy with to say, y'all. We need to change it
we'll
up.
get a bigger.
We'll
budget
change
for
it up. I know, but
We'll get a
we'll
bigger.
make it look
budget and
nicer.
it'll look
'cause I feel like it
nicer.
looks very cold.
It does. Well, I mean,
We will change it up. We will
we'll
add
change it.
color, but
Once we get more money,
we will
I
make
guess
we will
can
make it happen.
But
Va a haber señas, no tengamos dinero.
what was one of the questions? Right. What was one of the question was
What do you
what's-
mean? This is not scripted. This is
Well,
just
well, yeah,
we're
but
going with the flow.
The question that we
Well, a
just asked
question that
before.
you were discussing.
Yeah, you were
earlier, what
discussing.
was it?
It was like a topic you.
The topic
Yeah,
was,
what is the topic,
I forgot
Ruben?
the topic.
I think you said something like, "What is the difference between quinceañeras back then versus now?" But like,
Oh,
what do you
damn.
mean back then? Like, how far back?
How
then?
far,
Like,
Ruben?
dog, we pretty old already. Dog. Like we're already reaching.
Like, are you talking about like 5 years ago, 10 years
Nah.
ago?
Because the
Like,
quinceañeras go back to
I don't think
Centuries.
not 90. Well, I
Centuries.
guess our era, like our era.
like
versus-
when we were 15,
Yeah, so that's
or like
like-
when our parents were 15.
no
when
we were
our
15.
grandparents were 15.
No manches, wait. Don't go that far. That's fine. I don't even think they had called the quinceañeras back then.
They did. They were quinceañeras.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
but like the life expectancy was like a lot shorter back then.
Okay.
But no, I'm talking about like our era, like when I came out of the chambelán, right? What was popping? I don't remember. I came out in like two. There was someone walking outside. I came out like in 2 or 3 of them, and it was very like I feel like different trends, right? Like
What were some of the trends that you were seeing there when you came out as a chambelán?
well, like the dresses were really different. Like
In which
I
way?
remember one of them was like a zebra. It was turquoise and like zebra.
Yeah.
Turquoise was a popular color.
Yeah, like,
I
it
think
was-
Kind of reminded me of the Nacarandas.
But it wasn't Jackie's. Jackie's 15. Remember when I came out?
Do you even know who the Nacarandas are?
No, I don't know.
I
what
don't
is.
even know
I
what
don't
that
know
is.
weird
Oh
shit.
my
I don't know-
God.
I don't know none of your
No
weird
sé.
shit.
We're gonna put a
Vámonos,
photo
Sabo.
for reference.
What is that?
From did you ever watch La Hora Pico?
Oh yeah,
Like Nacarandas.
yeah.
Uh,
What is that?
the show.
I know La Hora Pico, but
Yeah, but the
that's
Nacarandas,
the
the
girls.
two girls.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the girls' food, like
Yeah, pero
the
como se
transition
vestían.
ones.
No como se vestían. I know. Obviously, you would be paying attention to that.
Yeah,
I meant. I meant more of a. They used to do a
The
scat,
style.
and then they used to be very like chunti. They used to match like the
yeah.
zebra with the both colors, como
Yeah,
así como bien chunti.
yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
I wouldn't say Tuesday. I say more like Jersey Shore style. Is that like kind of in a
No,
way?
the nacarandas, no.
Oh, no, I
No.
would say because you know, like they would dress like, because they would just dress up in cheetah and then it'd be
Yeah,
like super
yeah,
bright
but in
colors.
I mean, in that trend,
The
when the
only ones
quinceañera
that I
dresses, it
remember.
reminded
The
me.
only ones that I
Okay,
remember.
maybe people who watch the show will understand
The only ones
what I'm
I
talking
remember are
about.
the transitions from the Hora Pico.
Obviously,
The
you
girls.
did. Of course, you do. But yes, I think you are correct. I think back then it was very
Oh, yeah,
the
it was
Turquoise.
yes, that
Zebra.
zebra,
Cheetah.
cheetah with the hot pink.
some like goth ones too. I remember going to the park and seeing like I don't know, cause back then it was like that era, like the
The emo.
emo, yeah,
Los
like,
rockeras.
yeah, like. Did you go to the stage like that, Jasmine?
No,
Viva el rock.
no,
yeah, but
maybe
like,
my hair, but
seen that. What else? Well, cause one of them that came out was that and zebra color, and then who was it? What was it?
But definitely the fashion was way different back
Definitely
then. I
compared
think
to back.
the colors, and I think some of that is coming back. We went I think a week ago, we went to this fashion show that we got invited, and I was surprised that fuchsia is coming back. Where if you think
What
about
is it?
2015,
What was it?
it's like
What is
hot
it?
pink, like
hot
that
pink, like
fuchsia.
kind of like on your shirt, like
Like,
the
yeah.
X.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Like-
Like,
like
yeah, we
brighter.
saw, and then we signed a contract with the client this
Yes.
week, and she told us that her color was fuchsia, which to me that's a very strong, bright color. But I love it, and I remember that back then in 2015, 14, 13, when we were teenage, like early teens, that color was very popular, and now it's coming back. So it's crazy that a lot of the trends are coming back just in a modern twist. I haven't seen any zebra print.
I
So
don't think
hopefully
was-
hopefully that
was-
doesn't come back.
that was
Well, I
pretty
think
bad.
a lot of them are coming back, but with Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty,
Kitty.
Yeah, Hello Kitty's back in trend.
for
like,
quinceañeras,
I've seen some.
like they
Not
printed.
a dress, but
Oh,
like
I
the
was
decor
like, oh, the decor. I was like,
Like the
Hello
decor.
Kitty,
like in the like.
in their party. Like
Uh,
their setup is like Hello
why
Kitty.
Hello
Oh,
Kitty?
wow.
I don't know. I just
Hello
seen a
Kitty's
lot
cute.
of like
Cute?
I seen a lot of TikTok videos. People be hiding Hello Kitty stuff at like TJ
Oh,
Maxx
yeah,
and
yeah, I
Home
seen those
Goods.
too.
Is that when the people go all crazy
Yeah.
in the stores for all that? I mean, I don't get it.
Let's talk about like also how the chambelanes back then. It used to be, what is it called? The not the Pacheco look, or what is it?
Pachuco?
Pacheco.
That,
Wait,
Ruben's
Pacheco.
friend.
That was
That was Ruben's friend.
That was
Shout out
Ruben-
to Pacheco, yo.
that was Ruben's friend.
I still owe that fool like $50.
What was it? The trend for the quinceañera?
Pachuco.
Pachuco.
And then I think like also like Marines. no? Like,
Marines. Yeah, yeah. That was very popular. I
Is
haven't
that the
seen
one
that.
with the swords?
Yes.
So,
I
yeah.
don't think that's ever coming back.
No, now we've seen a lot of quinceañeras in the vaquero.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's like since like 2
Cheaper?
years ago.
It's
Uh,
cheaper
I don't know
because
about cheap.
No, because
Well,
they'd have
yeah,
to buy the
because if
botas,
dude,
the
like,
cinto.
at that age, I had most of that shit already. Like I had botas, the pants, and I think the only thing that I probably had to buy.
It was not yours. It was my dad's.
Whatever.
For the people that don't know, we're siblings. That's why he had it. But
But yeah, but most of the people have that versus renting a freaking suit. I remember like having to.
Well, if you think about it back then, kind of more like 2006, like that was already the style. So I feel like people had like the pants already, like pants.
yeah,
and
that
shirts.
makes sense.
So that was kind of like the
lame
style.
ass shoes. Wait, like the.
No, that's the tribal. Well, the tribal is still choreography still. If
Well,
you think
no,
about it, but
I'm not
still,
talking
right?
about like the pants. I'm talking like more like the Pachuco style.
Oh
Like
yeah,
back
yeah.
then, like early 2000s, people had like that type
Yeah,
of
yeah, I
clothing.
think you're right.
Because
Yeah.
you think about it, it's like late, like
That
90s
makes sense.
style. So they kind of already had
That
that
type of
style
stuff.
of
Yeah,
clothing.
that type of vibe.
Yeah, so I think they had also like changing that. I think back then, even in the early 2000s, a lot of the songs that they were using was still like Tiempo de Vals, Vals del Amor, which we're still using now. But
Yeah.
now you have the option of something traditional or modern. Something modern could be more like using music from Ariana Grande, Rihanna, like Diamonds.
or even like like kind of more lyrical, like just
lyrical.
more-
So back then it used to be very traditional.
Yeah, like you don't
just
see anybody.
Would you ever expect like for them to use like for example like back when you were first starting off, that song Diamonds was out. No, like it was still like,
No, I
like,
think that came. I don't
Well,
remember.
I
Or
don't
like
know
sh-
what year Diamonds came out, but
but like,
for my early
did
choreographies,
you
no, it was still very
did
traditional.
you ever think that like, oh,
I
people are
can't
gonna
remember the song at first. Oh, it was Dreaming of You.
dreaming? Oh,
Oh,
by Selena.
Yeah.
Cause how does it? Cause I'm dreaming. Is it that one?
I don't know
yes.
because if we upload it to YouTube, it's gonna.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could just. I don't think I
But
sound
yeah,
like
the
It's
Selena.
dreaming.
that one, yeah.
Yeah, it is that one. The Dreaming of You. I remember that was my first choreography that I did
That
for a quince.
for a,
Yeah, and I don't know if that was traditional. I think that would call that back then modern.
Yeah.
so
Because it's
that's
not. You remember the modern is like the Quinceañera song, the Timbiriche, the
Mm.
Ahora. You know that song. I sing horrible, so I do apologize for everybody
If you had a
watching this
dollar for every
podcast.
time you would hear that song, you would be a rich man. You've probably
Yeah,
heard
because
that
it's
song.
very
It's
traditional.
very, and people still like it.
I mean,
I
it's,
mean,
Actually, I think my first choreographies were to modern music because I think I was offering that as a choreographer. And I'm talking about this year, me in the quinceañera industry and obviously Reyes as well was to 14 years ago. And I remember I choreographed my first choreography was to Dreaming of You. My second was Fly to
Was-
Your Heart, Selena Gomez.
was your first one for that one girl that you did with George?
Yes, Dreaming of You.
No,
oh,
but was it
when you
that
came out
girl?
of the newspaper.
It came out in the newspaper, yeah, LA
You were-
Times.
You got
Yeah.
it for what?
Yes.
Yeah, for
George comes out in
choreographer.
it too.
Yeah, for being
in
a
the picture.
choreographer, yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah.
What the freak?
Yeah, I know, Ruben.
What
We
the
we
freak?
might have to add a few
bleep.
little
I can
bleep
bleep
bleep.
it. On the edit. I can
Okay,
bleep.
cool.
Beep.
But yeah,
Uh,
I came on the newspaper to talk about an article about chambelanes for hire back then. So I think as a choreographer, a lot of the trends that we're seeing now, I was already seeing as like a newer choreographer. So I
Mm.
think about a lot of the other choreographers were still doing music to como Joan Sebastián, Vals del Amor, Vals para Adelina. They were still stuck there. And me
You were
being
already
yo-
like
yes,
ahead.
being a
But
younger
that, I
choreographer
guess a lot of that has to be because you were younger.
because
You
I
were-
was younger.
you
And
with
but
the
even
trends.
now, as a choreographer, we're still
Seeing
seeing
those traditional
and then still
songs.
yes, still obviously seeing the traditional part, but we're still pushing the
The
modern
modern.
waltz. And I
Mm.
think our job is to educate our clients that are coming in, right? To see, do you want something traditional? Do you want something modern? And what is the difference? You want a safe zone, which it could be Disney because everybody likes the Disney music.
Yeah.
So seeing what they like and stuff like that. But some of the trends back then, I feel it was very traditional. And I remember, like I mentioned earlier, starting as a choreographer, it was like adding the modern music. So my second quinceañera that I did was Fly to Your Heart by Selena Gomez, which is
Look-
from the movie Tinkle Bell.
Oh, but which one was that one that you did for George's friend?
It was Dreaming of You.
Dreaming of You.
But was that your first one?
Yes.
Your
Yes.
first quinceañera?
Yeah.
Damn, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
We had
14
the-
years ago.
We had the Durango. And we used to take you, and then well, you were 15, huh?
Yeah.
No, you're,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were 15.
I was 15.
George
Yeah.
was 13,
Yeah.
and I was 14.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I did my first quinceañera when I was 15. So literally, Reyes was born 14 years ago.
So
'Cause that was the vision of where we're at now, like owning a dance studio and having
no.
our business.
Well,
it was 14.
I was
You were not
nowhere.
involved. Jasmine was not involved.
This
No,
was way
no,
before,
no,
yeah.
no.
That was you
It's the
starting up.
vision. Yeah, I still have my business cards, my first business cards that I did.
You.
What do you mean, ew?
I don't know. I just.
I also have my first contract that I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I charged $250.
$250.
Oh,
Yeah.
Damn, are we charging?
X
Up
amount of
X
dollars.
more, but I started with $250. I remember.
What'd you do with $250?
I went and bought myself a speaker.
Speak it. Damn.
A la
The
Curaçao.
Beats one?
Oh,
The Beats one?
Yeah, I went to La Curaçao and I got it in
That
Pagos.
that was a fire ass speaker.
Yeah, I remember
That
I
thing
got
was
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it first came out.
Yeah, and I remember
Yeah.
and I remember thinking I'm charging too much, $250. Once again, context, this was like 14 years ago.
Yes.
So literally for us, when people, we've been at events and people say, "Oh, you're starting your career, you're still young," I was like, "No, you haven't done your research. Like Google me. There's articles of me. I started 14 years ago.
People barely got like 3 years of experience and they think that they do.
Yeah. Also, we're still learning. You know, like Jasmine's
I
taking
honestly
dance
barely
classes
got
and stuff.
like,
You never
2
stop
years
learning.
of
And
You stop
experience.
learning.
You never stop
Yeah.
learning.
Huh?
You
No,
never
like I honestly just got because I didn't get like real serious into the quinceañera thing until about like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, you guys
Where I
joined the
like
picture.
logged in and then I'm like, all right, like
We were like,
I
Eric
think
has
he's-
Janet. He should be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, but you guys have helped me push the company into the next level and stuff like
I
that.
put my 2 cents.
Yeah,
in
for
and,
example,
yeah.
filming this context.
Yeah, but it's
this way. It's
like
different.
we all have.
Is it context? Is that the right word?
I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
dude, but
I don't know.
I
At this
definitely
point, whatever.
try to
Maybe
put
I'm using the wrong word, but
I
go
try to
ahead.
put my 2 cents in, and I try to all these weird concepts and everything that the people see. It's ideas that I have,
Yeah.
and you guys never shoot me down.
We
Um,
don't.
we have we do a lot, so it's hard to keep up. But hopefully, like we're on to something with this, and then it
I
can,
think the other trend is like the makeup has changed too.
Oh yes.
We've gone through a
Yeah.
few years of very, I think even when we were teenagers, talking about like the zebra and stuff like that, the makeup used to be
Like super, like the color of your
dark.
dress
Yeah,
too.
but very dark.
Heavy. It was
Yeah,
heavy.
heavy.
Yeah, I
There's a
remember
way
back
of doing the
then.
makeup. I just can't remember. Like their shadows and stuff like that
The
was very,
eyeshadow was very bold.
very bold,
Did
very
you have a lot of
dark.
makeup in yours,
Um,
or did you do like a light?
I didn't have a makeup artist. I did do a makeup trial, and I think it was like dark purple, and I didn't like it because it would look. I looked orange,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and I think that's why I didn't get a makeup artist. My mom ended up just putting like concealer. I had a silver eyeshadow, so it was just glitter,
Yeah.
pretty
Glitter.
much. But
Now, and I
yeah.
think now it's just more simple, no?
I think it's more they're going that
Not like
fresh,
like a natural.
natural, which I think I honestly
It also
agree with
depends
that.
on the person, like on the quinceañera, because like there are some girls that haven't worn makeup at all.
More
and
naturally.
They want it more natural, and there's some girls like already they wear makeup, and they want it more like heavy. So it just
Yeah.
depends like on the style.
And the family too and their traditions. I
Yes.
prefer when they have more of that fresh
Mhm.
look. I think they're quinceañeras, they're still kids.
What's whatever
Stuff
they
like
want,
that.
whatever.
I think it looks more innocent. I don't know, in my opinion, but once
To
again,
each their
everybody
own.
has their own style, and we respect their styles. The other thing that has changed in regards that it's like some of the traditions, you know, like back then they used to do a baile for everything. They used to do el baile de las copas,
back
el
then,
baile de la muñeca, el baile de
dude, back then, it
Was there a baile de pastel?
long.
no, pero era como el baile de las copas, like
Oh,
I
yeah.
mentioned. El baile que bailaban con todos los padrinos.
Yes, that
Like
was
todavía
long.
nos toca here and there still do those. Now I think we're moving away from that, and it's not because we're changing the traditions or we don't want to respect the traditions. I think we're just readapting them and making them different. For example, for us, and once again, I just want to mention for everybody that's watching on the other side of the camera, it's not that we're killing the traditions or stuff like that.
It's just-
No, what's going on is we're just changing it and making it more different and more modern.
the-
So, for example, before they used to do a whole 4 minute song dancing with the muñeca.
But like
4 minutes.
Why? Like
It was just a
It was just
tradition
a tradition
to
that
dance
you
with
had
the
to do.
muñeca
But
because it's your
what-
last
yeah.
doll. It's tu última muñeca that you're ever gonna get.
Yeah.
You're
so it's like your
representing.
intimate moment. Like,
Yeah,
kinda
you're
like,
not. Yeah, you're like
or
you're
like you're like
you're
going out of.
yeah, you're leaving that niña behind, that younger girl. You're gonna say goodbye to her in that dance. Now we just put that into our ceremony, right? Where in the ceremony they give you the crown, the shoes, and your last doll, and you still do that piece. It's just in one song you do all of that. Obviously there's other factors.
Yeah,
'cause,
like right now, ahorita, like you don't. Not a lot of them like getting dolls anymore. Like right now, it's teddy bear.
the teddy bear. You see,
Teddy
But you
bear?
didn't think that the dolls are creepy. I mean,
Yeah,
They
that's
are
why I
creepy.
didn't have a doll because I thought they were creepy. I was like, it's gonna come
You didn't
alive
have a
at
doll?
night, and I'm like,
they either the
yeah,
teddy
no.
bears or they do like the princess dolls.
Yeah, the princess doll.
Or the Build-A-Bear.
Oh yeah.
They also do
The
like the
Build-A-Bear.
Build-A-Bear, yeah, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Once again, I think it's changing. the
Everyone has
tradition.
their own. I guess they make it their own, tailored to them.
Ya no hacen tampoco el vals, el brindis, where it used to be like a whole choreography and they'll be holding their copas and dancing for like 4 minutes.
What's the reason
It
behind
was
it?
just as tradición, you know, because the padrinos will give you the brindis. So they would use that as like you would do choreography, te pasaban la copa as a respect, and that led into the speech. For example, in our company, we don't do that unless the client wants us to do that. It's more of like, oh, you do the waltz, and then after that, nos ponemos
Yeah.
en formación so they could take the photo. So they still have that memory of the brindis,
And they do
capture
a
in a photo, and then they do
toast
the brindis.
in the speech.
I think another thing that I haven't really seen a lot, tradition that was, I guess it ties into the subject. Back then, there was they used to record the quinceañeras, and now I don't even see that at all. It's
What do you
just,
mean record?
Yeah, like they used to videotape, and now I don't. It's just pure photos. They don't even order.
No, I've seen.
No,
I see.
Really?
Ruben, I think you're stuck in the old cameras. Now that the newer
They
cameras,
use like cameras like
like the
I
one that
think
we
so.
use for a
No,
yes.
Yeah, but I don't see like a lot of them that they've
Yeah,
been
I-
recording.
Oh, like you mean a whole crew?
Yeah,
Is
well-
that what you're saying? Like
No, there's
multiple-
two people. One that takes photos, one videos.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I think because the cameras don't look like the big ones that you're thinking of.
I
Like,
think
Like you want to be like this.
damn, you're a viejo. You just showed
you-
your
what's his
age.
name? No, but
Keep
really,
up.
I don't.
No,
I thought.
no, they still record.
Do they?
Yeah.
If I remember, back then they used to record for like a long ass time. Now it's just like
Well, like you mean from when they get ready?
yeah, from the like morning. And
Yeah,
then, like,
They
They
I
still
think-
do that?
do that.
Yeah, they still do
man, I
that.
don't pay attention to.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the camera it's more they're getting smaller because they're
Like
changing with
ours?
time. Yeah, like hours that we could take photos and
That's
videos.
rigged. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What else is something that?
Yeah. I think it's Las Quince Rosas. The
Oh, that's-
15
The hell is
roses.
that?
Yeah, they're not giving that no more.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's like I think a family member or someone you want
Close
to
to you.
participate
Gives you like a
gives
flower.
you
Rosa,
a
yeah.
rosa. You have to go up to like 15 roses.
And
Yeah.
what does that mean?
You get a
just-
bouquet at the end.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
pretty
it.
much.
Yeah, it's just it's
That's pretty
I
lame.
think we've only seen that once here, right?
yeah. The other thing that is not used anymore before I think no I haven't. At Reyes we haven't done that, but I remember when I started my career we were doing that. I think the other thing that is changing is the having 15 couples.
Oh,
It used to be
yeah.
14 chambelanes, 14 damas,
God
plus the
damn.
15 and the
Yeah.
chambelán. That is
Yeah.
something that no he visto tanto in my experience, but I remember starting my career like when 14 years
they
ago.
wanted
So ya
that.
se usaba like 7 couples, 8, 10 couples. Now it's being more like 4 couples, 3 couples, even 2, or even just a quinceañera and a
And her
chambelán.
chambelán, yeah.
15 of them. That's 15
So
people you have
it's,
to
it's
rely
something that
on.
is changing, right?
Yeah.
That's what modern
It's
is
also
like.
it's harder because if you imagine if you have 15 couples, that is 30 youth, that is 30 families that you're working
Damn,
with.
they wouldn't fit here
They
in the
want to get
studio.
in una mesa.
They-
Like they
they-
want a table and
they
they
wouldn't
want to see
fit
their
here
So
in the
dance.
Reyes.
Yeah,
Those
so I
30
think
people wouldn't fit in the Reyes studio. I'll
no,
tell
they
you that.
wouldn't.
No.
No,
Kicking
we
them
would
out.
just get creative.
Go to the park.
No,
No.
Yeah.
We have a partnership with the dance studio where we could go and use the dance
No,
studio.
fit
Yeah.
this fool being-
So, but I think that has changed as well. The having 14 or 15 couples now, it has reduced to
Yes.
like less.
Or even couples in general. Like sometimes they just have chambelanes.
Oh, the chambelanes, or something new where just damas.
Yeah.
Where back then it was like, oh my God, you cannot have a quinceañera with just damas.
Or
And
like how we've done Dios.
Or with the
Oh, we
Yeah,
did.
just
We
Dios.
done with
No,
just
no, with
Dios.
Dios, yeah.
That was pretty cool. That was funny. Shout out to El Paraíso right here in Everett.
Yeah.
That's from them, right? Shout out to them. They're
really good group.
really good group, really nice people. Every time we go to El Paraíso, they take care of us. Thank you guys. That's one of the perks of just being in the industry. You get to work with a lot of
We've worked with
Cool
a
people.
lot of people and
A lot
stuff
of
like
cool
that. And
people.
we're very blessed for that. We've worked with people from different backgrounds, different
What's
budgets.
what's one of like the coolest experiences that you can think of off the top of your head where you're like, damn, this is pretty cool. Like me doing this, where you're like, damn, or like that stands out, or like maybe like a crazy not crazy family, but just like,
Like are you like now or like in his
well,
whole
just
career?
throughout your whole career, like something that would stand out. You're like, damn, this was different.
It has to be maybe taking it to my early years of
That's
choreographer, like maybe 12 years ago, when I worked for a different company in building, obviously Reyes. I needed like internship at different places to learn. And I remember somebody hired me as a chambelan and other people and other guys. The chambelan is for rent. I want to make it very clear. It's not something that's just happening now. That's been
It's been-
happening
for a while.
a while. It started in Mexico and then it came to the U.S. In 14 years, I remember starting that idea because I started seeing it as a trend. And I remember in L.A., we started doing the chambelanes for hire. But I remember they hired us, and it was this family, wealthy family, and they bought us the tuxedos, and the venue was like over the
Oh,
top.
wow.
Where was it?
Like-
At what part of LA?
It was in Orange County.
Orange
Oh,
County.
okay.
Not in LA.
Damn.
Yeah.
Orange County, and I remember driving there. I hated it every week, but it got to the point that like the mom had like 2 personal assistants. The
Oh, wow.
quinceañera had an assistant.
Oh,
Yeah, the quinceañera had
Damn,
multiple
ballers.
wardrobe changes.
oh wow.
Yeah, it was very
Bougie.
over the top.
They were Mexican.
There were I can't remember they were Mexicans. It was a while ago, but I think they were like first, second generation.
Second
That
generation.
makes sense.
Yeah, and I remember it was just the production value
Was
of
just
that
like over the top.
quinceañera was just
Over the top.
I see some
over the
cr- I-
top, and they even changed her hair and makeup 2 times.
Oh wow.
So she had like a personal stuff
Damn.
there,
Okay.
and then they put her like a really nice wig, and then take it off. And yeah, I just remember the food was good.
What
Is
did
that where they
serve?
gave the pájaros?
No,
Oh.
that's another story for another.
Pájaros.
That's a sad one. Nobody showed up to that quinceañera,
Oh.
so it's sad. Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Huh?
Damn, they're giving out birds.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they were all there, and like only
Oh.
like 2 tables were full. They had like 30 tables, and only 2 got full,
And what's this?
and it was an
Oh.
empty.
It was a while ago. You don't remember him coming home with the 2 pájaros?
Oh, that was here.
And then
No,
and then,
it wasn't
no,
here. It
oh,
was in LA.
It was
Was
in
it
LA.
LA?
And then you went crazy and you want to
You
go buy
went-
3
you
more
went-
birds.
And then it backfired because you went and bought more. But
That's sad. Wait, no.
yeah, nobody showed up. I don't know why. I don't.
Was it a good family? Were they like?
To us, yes. I don't know what the
What, yeah, the
context
relationship
is.
with
The
other
relationship.
people.
I remember getting to the venue and I was like, "Damn, it's 7:30 and there's only 2 or 3 tables were full."
That's gotta be.
Oh.
That's gotta be like a. That's like.
Yeah, at the beginning when we got there was 2, and I think by the end of the night, I think there was like 5 tables full, and
Oh,
I was
wow.
just, and there's a lot of food, and I was just like,
Oh my
and a
God.
lot of pájaros, and I was just like,
Kind of awkward. Like damn.
yeah. But I that's when we were doing the chamblanes for hire. I remember in LA, and I remember telling, I was the leader, and I remember telling the guys like,
Try
you
to
know, the
make
day
it-
we need to do a job
yeah.
and we need to make it fun for the quinceañera. So I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
we were
Make
dancing
popping.
and stuff, and we were
You-
making it.
Yeah, you still had
very
a
The
job to
fun
do.
quinceañera at
for
least have a
them.
little bit of a good time.
She did, but you know, dude, it's kind of sucks,
She's
you know.
she's gonna see it.
Yeah, like it's
But as long as they
That's
try to help her like hype it up
yeah, and
as much as they could.
I mean, I don't know, man. That sucks.
yeah, but I think talking about the trends, I think that's a trend that we saw back then, having
Birds.
birds as your centerpieces. I haven't seen that
Were
now.
they centerpieces? They
They
were
were-
recuerdos?
No, it was centerpieces.
Oh, I thought
it was
they
like
were
in the middle. There was a
recuerdos.
cage,
Oh my god!
and I'm like,
Well,
I'm eating birria and seeing that bird
I think
go
that-
number 2.
I think. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think that's why
Kinda-
they stopped it.
Not sanitizing.
God. I
Yeah.
think that's why they
Go
stopped that.
number
that
I hope that's a trend that doesn't come back.
I
Like,
thought they were recuerdos the whole time.
no, they were in the,
the
center of
center.
the table.
Oh wow!
Jesus. No, I mean I can see why. I mean, you're eating. Don't they have like worms too? Like the.
I don't know. I don't want.
The little.
Oh, he's
I
like, I don't
remember
want to
that,
think
but-
about it.
Yeah,
Eating
that
little bug buzzers.
yeah, that was another experience that was pretty sad because I remember getting there and I
Aw.
was like, oh, nobody's here. Like all the
Yeah.
food was there, and
That's
they had like meseros
Meseros?
and all of that. So it was just kind of like a
crazy.
weird experience
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
that's gotta be awesome.
But I hope the trend of like
That-
birds doesn't come back.
I'm still with
Oh.
the fact that no, that's gotta be awkward, dude.
Yeah, it is.
It's like you're
But
planning, and then
you know, it is what it is.
well, I don't know. Well, what else would it be a tradition that's from back then?
I don't know.
That's probably it, right?
I don't know. Maybe somebody who's watching this
Yeah.
video could leave a comment
And then
on
we
the
can
things that
talk
they're
about
seeing
it.
and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah, if y'all have any traditions that you guys used to do, and then you guys can let us know in the comment. But anyways, like that, we just want to wrap this podcast, guys. Like I said, we're trying something new. We're still trying to figure it out. My crazy ideas, so blame me, whatever. Shoot it down in the comments. Build the algorithm. I don't care. Call me fat. Yes, I know. I look a little chubby. But it
Okay,
is what
when
it
it's end day. Everybody, thank you for watching this video or podcast.
is. Podcast. Yeah.
Podcast. Please subscribe to our
Sure.
YouTube channel. Make sure to follow us on our other platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and
Facebook.
Facebook,
And
and
kick.
and
Oh, and
Kick.
Kick,
Yes.
All right, we'll see you
Yes.
guys on the next one. Peace out.